Hey, you guys, and welcome back tonight here at the Skim Show. I'm Kazia, and this is
Sublime.
Alrighty, tonight's subject is going to be: does or can sex establish a relationship? Like, I really want to know, we gonna dive into this subject right here because we got to talk about this. All right, so does sex or can it establish a relationship?
So of course there's going to be many answers to this question. There's like no one golden rule. It all applies to how you view it.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, sex can establish a relationship. It could definitely just be about the sex, or the sex could actually manifest into something more fulfilling than just physical pleasure and needs. So, and sex, a sexual relationship could be all you have. That's where you get the term friends with benefits from, because that's all it is.
Yeah, see, now I get the whole terms, the whole friends with benefits thing, and that's just that type of relationship. But does it, establish the type of relationship that could be long term? I don't see how sex, just casual sex, like if that's all y'all doing, how does that establish a relationship? Because at the end of the day, you're not in a committed relationship, so you know what I'm saying, you have every right to date other people. So just because you're having sex with this one person, that does not mean that we have a committed relationship.
I think unfortunately that's most of the cases where you're having sex with a particular person and they may or may not, but more than likely they're having sex with other people, and
right.
You're reserving your
that's where
sexual intimacy just for them.
And so that's where it becomes confusing, because it's like, oh, we're having sex, so this is the only person I'm going to have sex with, but you're not knowing that this other person is having sex with other people.
And you could know, and it could affect
right. That's
your
what
well-being.
It could affect it. You could be like, well, but we're having sex, so why would you know? But it's like there's nothing about just having sex that says we're in a committed relationship.
Right.
So it's like, how do you keep yourself or that other person from having those type of feelings?
It's me personally.
When you don't want to commit to that relationship.
Me personally, I think it would be very difficult because there's a thing called soul tie.
Oh Lord!
When you spend intimacy, when you spend sexual energy on one particular person, you mesh together and you become soul tied. It's inevitable. While people can function normally in that type of relationship, some can't. So it's important for me, if I was going to be in a situation like that, I need to have boundaries. And I can express myself. Like, I don't have a problem being transparent and expressing how I feel and asking the other person the same thing and being specific and like digging in so that there's no confusion. And even sometimes when there's situations where maybe the other party doesn't want to hurt my feelings or commit, and so they're evasive about what I'm asking, I don't let that go. I don't let it rest. And if I don't get a clear-cut answer, that's confirmation to me that this isn't the type of situation I want to be in, because I don't want to be in any type of relationship, sexual or non-sexual, and I don't understand my role and I don't understand the boundaries within that relationship. So it can be sticky, and I can honestly say, I can be transparent. I can honestly say that I have been in situations, especially at a younger age, where it was a sexual relationship and I was thinking it was more.
Right.
Because I've committed my body to this one person.
Yeah.
And in doing so, there's other aspects of that I felt like I should have been giving back, because I gave you the most precious part of me. The other things seem so small to give, such as time or consideration or,
Right.
But after experiencing it and having the hurts that come from it, when you commit yourself to someone who's not committing back, you either, there's two things that happen. Either you learn, well, maybe three things. You learn to deal with it and stick in it. You learn this isn't what I want, and you get out. Or you learn how to navigate in that river.
Okay, so what about saying? Okay, so what can we say to like that girl and that guy
that's in that situation?
That's in it, but it's like you know that this is not going anywhere or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but you still deal with it because of
maybe
the
you have
sex
physical,
talk, because
the
of
physical
the,
need.
you know, what
You want
the physical need,
aspect.
but no, because of the talk. And I'm just gonna be, just real raw.
Be raw.
Just because of the, like, you know what I'm saying, the talk during. You know what I'm saying? You got the macho talk and you got the,
I
you know
love
what I'm saying?
you. You're the best.
Yeah.
You're my everything.
And it's like, okay, I know that this person is not gonna commit. This person is not. You know what I'm saying? You know that, but when you're being intimate with that person, they hit you with all this. You lying. You're not going nowhere, and we gonna do this.
So
and we gonna
whose is it?
Right. So it's like, it's like, how do you just really? How do you like? I don't want to say it. How do you kind of like, I guess, decipher between the real and the fake? Well, the talk.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. If you say to me during a sexual act that I belong to you and you belong to me that's saying commitment. But outside of the bedroom, if I see you with other women or I'm not hearing from you,
not even if you just see this person with other women or with another man, but they don't give you that extra time.
Right. They're not doing the things that you need to be fed as though this is a solid, this is a solid situation.
So it's like, how do you decipher between the real and the fake of that? To be like, well, he says this during sex and sometimes he shows this, so I know it's, what I'm saying, not a committed thing and I just need to move on. Versus, because some people be like, well, I know we could, what I'm saying, because we do this and we do that, but it's like, he ain't just really committed to you. He ain't giving you that time.
Right.
And because it is some people that think that, just the physical is the only thing that's going to keep a man.
Right.
Or
and that's,
woman.
ladies and gentlemen, that is not true.
Some men think it's just going to keep a woman too, but
no.
No, it's not.
Right. It is very important. Sex is very important for a relationship.
It is.
Not at the end of the day.
It doesn't establish a committed relationship.
Right.
It may be important, but it does not establish a committed relationship. To me, that's just my opinion. That was just weighing on me, and I was just like, why do people think that sex establishes a committed relationship? And it's like, you say it, but then you show another thing, and you expect this other person to just take whatever it is you're doing because you say during sex, oh, you mind this and this. No, it doesn't work like that.
You posed a question, like, I think you said something along the lines, like, how do you know the difference? Like, how do you know, or how do you, or maybe that was what it is, like, how do you know the difference? And
how do you decipher, between the difference?
And I think it comes from trial and error, bumping your head enough to know, like, when you were a little kid, your mama said, don't touch the stove, it was hot. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you touched, you felt the heat, and you probably had to, and it got to a point where you were like, I'm not going to touch it no more because it's hot, and I feel it, and I know that doesn't feel good, so I'm going to back up. So you just kind of have to keep going in, getting your head bumped until you realize, you know what, while I am getting this pleasure for maybe 20, 30 minutes, out of a 24-hour day, 365-day year, this is not enough for me. And my soul needs more than just physical, sexual pleasure. Right. So, and that comes with looking yourself in the mirror and saying, what do I need and what do I want? And is this what I want? Is this what I'm worthy of? Is this what God's best for me? Is this what I get? And I think, honestly, when it comes down to it, that's not what the majority of us are looking for. It's just
so it's
that
like you have to think about I think it's really like, you know what I'm saying, you as a person, you have to think about long term. You know, you have to think about, are you like really compatible outside of sex?
Yeah. And unfortunately, or fortunately, you should probably do that on the beginning, on the front end.
Yeah.
I try to have this golden rule, and I'm not perfect, but I try to have this rule where I have to fall in love with him as my best friend.
Right.
I want to be able to feel like at the end of my day, if I haven't talked to him all day because my life is crazy, he's the first person I'm picking up the phone to call or text. Or I'm sending him the good news messages.
That best friend, that just enhances
exactly
that.
And does he stroke my ego? And that doesn't have to, that's, for me, when I say that, that's not sexual. Do you compliment me? Are you encouraging me in the good and the bad? Are you, you know what I'm saying, are you looking forward to the things that I'm looking forward to? Are you feeding into my goals and my dreams? Are you even asking me about my goals and my dreams? So those things are very important for me before we even get to the sexual part. And I'm not perfect. I'm not innocent. It happened. You know, I've found myself in a situation where I was sitting on the edge of my bed questioning, I'm committing myself to this. Only a sexual relationship. And that's not all that I need, and that's not all that I want. But here I am. I found myself there. So
yeah, So that's all we got for today. But I'm gonna let y'all know. Now, sex, it does not establish a relationship. Not a committed relationship anyway. No, it just doesn't. So if you think just because your partner does all this talking, does all this talking during sex, they're claim. Yeah. Like that, it doesn't establish anything. Like, talk outside of sex, you know, to see where you are, you know what I'm saying, or to see how committed this person is to you before you just be like, oh, you know, he said this, you know, like, you mad. You know, that don't mean nothing, you know. So that's all we have for today. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.